Hello, let's learn about Porter's 5 forces. The 5 forces refer to those forces that influence strategy and mutually determine the profitability by shaping costs, investment and prices. These were developed by Michael Porter, and the 5 forces are: first, industry rivalry, or the competition between the players within the industry; the threat of new entrants coming into the market and increasing the competition; the threat of substitute products which can be easily substituted instead of the existing products; then the bargaining power of suppliers and the bargaining power of buyers. Together, these forces determine the profitability and they shape cost, investment and prices. Let's examine how. The first one, as you can see in the picture, is the threat of new entrants. A new entrant joining a market is always a threat because the increased competition would lead to decrease in profits for all, and if the threat of these new entrants are low, then it is much better for any organization or any brand. The threat of entrants can be prevented using or will decrease in a market where the barriers to entry are very strong. But if the barriers are low, there are chances of new players entering the market and increasing the competition and maybe capturing the market and reducing your market share and hence the profitability. Some of the barriers to entry of new entrants or new players are economies of scales which have already achieved, the loyalty of the existing customers, regulations by the government, cost involved in switching, the cost advantages which are there, the ease with which existing companies or existing players can handle their distribution because of the networks which they already have, the strength of the capital base that the customer that the existing companies or the businesses enjoy. All these can be barriers to entry. When such barriers are weak or when they are low, then competition will be very strong, and when competition is strong, it will again drive the profits down. Bargaining power of suppliers is the next one, and this force is important because suppliers play a very strong role in any industry, in any manufacturing process. Suppliers are those people who can provide an organization with manufacturing organization that is manufacturing various products with raw materials, components and other ancillary parts and products which are required in its production process. Now, how they become a force to reckon with is because if the suppliers are providing their products to multiple players within a particular industry, then they have a very strong market share, and suppliers who have a very strong market share are able to obtain the best prices. They have the ability to demand the higher price from all their all the players in the market, and that will result in driving the prices up, because when the cost increases, the prices also will have to be increased, or else the profit takes a hit or a beating. So the suppliers can be suppliers, and the power they have in bargaining with their customers can be a force to reckon with. Strong suppliers are able to extract revenues from an industry by driving up the cost and cost of competing businesses and reducing their profitability. The next is the bargaining power of the buyer. Buyer or the customer has an ultimate ability to bargain down the prices charged by industry firms by demanding higher quality and service. This is not the case always, but in certain industries it is possible for customers to actually bargain with the service providers and ensure that their demands are met at the lowest possible cost. In such a case, buyers who are very strong and who purchase in larger quantities can extract huge profits out of an industry by lowering the prices and increasing the cost. when customers purchase in large quantities, they have complete information about the product, they are well aware of the market, well aware of the competition, and they are able to dictate the terms in terms regarding the quality that they demand, and the suppliers or the industry players will be forced to come up with this quality at the price that they are demanding. So thus the bargaining power of a buyer has the ability to drive the cost of a company up, increase the cost and lower the prices that they can charge, and impact the profitability. The next is the threat of substitute products. Substitute products are those products which have the ability to satisfy the customer's need effectively in the same way as your product. So they can place a restriction on the price, they can impose a ceiling on the industry's potential returns. So when there is a substitute or plenty of substitutes available, then customers can easily choose between any one of the players, and in such cases it is very difficult to differentiate between different products, and the price tends to remain at a constant low level. The price will have a ceiling beyond which it will be difficult for any seller to charge, because of the easy availability of substitute, and unless there is some change in the product per se, the substitute products can become a huge threat to an industry by lowering the prices and reducing potential returns. And the last but not the least force to be reckoned with by any company is the rivalry between the competitions. Now, competition can happen in any industry, and internal competition results in reduced prices. It also results in introduction of too many products, introduction of substitute products, thus driving the prices further down. There are advertisement campaigns which make the customer aware of the potential discounts and potential benefits from various players, and there are again product ranges and services which certain companies come up with. They can offer improved products and services, and thus drive the customers away from a particular seller. So all these can create intense rivalry in the market, and cause a reduction in the profitability of the seller. So according to Michael Porter, the 5 forces to be reckoned with that can impact any business and its ability to be profitable are bargaining power of suppliers, bargaining power of buyers, threat of new entrants, threat of substitutes, and finally the industry's own rivalry. These is all about Porter's 5 forces. Thank you.